Welcome to this very special bonus episode of PWHL podcast as we commemorate the 1-year anniversary of the Professinal Womens Hockey League. Woo! What a year! Yeah, what a year! What a year it has been. We've had so many wonderful memories, haven't we? The whole Pebble Tree is here today. Yeah, can you believe it? 1 year of the PWHL. It's been quite a ride, hasn't it? I mean, and look how far we've come. I mean, I don't want to go all Hamilton and quote the lyric, but it is kind of all those, just do it, you want to do it. It's one of those, look around, how lucky we are to be alive right now. Look around. Sorry, that's corny, but it's just so crazy how much has been achieved, since this league was first announced back in summer 2023. And here we are now, 2024, and yeah. We should say we're recording this at the end of 2024, but this will be going out on New Year's Day. This will definitely be going out on New Year's Day to commemorate the 1-year anniversary of the PWHL. So we are still referencing 24 because we are technically 24 all the time recording this. Yeah. So you know the idea of this, lady. I did. I thought, should we maybe do something to try and commemorate the 1-year anniversary? I mean, I know we're going to do like a little mini. Some shorts for that as well. Yeah, but I thought we maybe do like a long form content and because you always do see every year in NHL, I always like to go, oh, this is what the best bits were for the year gone by. And I'm like, well, that shouldn't be in. That should not be in. Why has that been mentioned? Yup. Have they released that yet? No. Oh, no, not yet. No. Right, okay, well, that. Yes, this is what we're going to do today. So we're going to go through all the big events that happened across the first year of the PWHL. Chances are we will miss some things. Some things won't get covered. Feel free to let us in the comments below. But when these things always happen, when people do these things, they always seem to forget to mention somebody. They always leave things off. It's like, well, hang on, that happened as well. But it's like, it's been a busy year. I know, there's so much to cover. And we're just going to get started, straight away. So, we need to go back to, of course, when it all began on New Year's Day 2024. So January the 1st, 2024. Now, I think for any sports league, starting on New Year's Day, your season literally on New Year's Day, it's not the best way to go about it, is it? Because, it's a holiday. Are many people going to choose to go to a sports game on a holiday? I don't know. It just feels a bit sort of weird. And yet, obviously, the NHL has always had games on New Year's Day, whether it be Winter Classic or regular season games. But it's about to start a brand new, not just a brand new season, but a brand new league as a whole on New Year's Day. It was always risky. Again, when I was going to thought, okay, really, we're going to go there? Especially, just given how there are other things going on that day. Particularly, of course, Seattle hosted the Winter Classic. Well, the first Winter Classic. Well, I'll never forget. Was that little jig at Chicago, lady? Might have been. Help her. I just think it was crazy. But hey ho, it's either that or we don't go at all. Yeah, because it was either you had to start and you say, we're going to go to the 24-25 season, so we didn't want that. No. So it's better to throw it out now rather than just have to wait another game and throw it away. Yeah. And I think what's interesting about that game is you saw early on how big of a deal this was going to be. Yeah, Toronto packed it out. The engagement was there, and it just showed great signs. Yeah, because obviously I think the right first game was chosen because obviously Toronto, we'd heard beforehand how Toronto was literally sold out pretty much all their home games. So we thought, right, that's brilliant, because that gives good signs that this is going to be well supported. And yeah, it was a great match on. Yeah, Toronto, New York. And it was actually supposed to be the better side. It was indeed. The overall season, home openers was not great. In fact, the only team that won its home opener last season was Oz. Yeah, Frost. Yeah. Because when we got to our opener, it was against Montreal. We were kind of like, yeah, it was kind of like, oh, wait, because Toronto had gone, yeah, Ottawa had gone, yeah, Boston gone, that because of us, yeah. It was like, oh no, we're next, yeah. Yeah, it was like, but thankfully no. That was our only convincing win over Montreal. Yeah. We did get another win over them, but that was a close one. This is the only convincing one. That was won decisively for one of those 2 teams. The rest of the season was all via 1-goal games. Yeah. And Graceful got the first hat to the PWHL. Yeah. Yeah. But New York dominated that day, actually. Not only did they get the first goal, it was Shelton, they also got the first win and the first shutout with the season. They shut the New York out 3-0. So, yeah, way to take the momentum out of the home there for Toronto. But a really great night. You saw how packed the Massey Athletic Centre was. You could just see that this is the start of something. Well, that first game had good vibrations of how it was going to go. In fact, Toronto was packed out well. It had a good sign going forward, and you could tell it was going to get better. Yes, it is. Speaking of Toronto, we're staying in Toronto for our next note, and that is on the February 1st, 2024. We had the first ever PWHL 3-on-3 showcase, as PWHL got included as part of the AHL All-Star Weekend festivities at Burger King. Oh, sorry, Toronto. Well, I'm sorry, but those jerseys were crap. Who's got the next one? Cerise. Oh, it's the Islanders. It's the Islanders. It's Cerise Parker's team. It's the Islanders. They're next. But it doesn't mind me a Burger King. It's like all four colours of the Burger King logo. The Burger King still exists. Yes. Yes, it does. You could get it delivered. Not to us. There is still 2 Burger King. Burger King still exists, darling. Just you don't see them on the high streets anymore. But again, we don't go on the high street anymore because all the shops that we would go to on the high streets are now closed. Sodding Amazon. What a cake is my greedy there, George? That's not being featured today. No. But oh my god, those jerseys are the worst I've seen in probably my lifetime since I've been involved with the league. And every year, it happens every year with the All-Star Weekend in there. It happens every year. I look at those jerseys and go, you better never bought one. Yeah, because it was the year that my team hosted it. And it was a good jersey. That's the only year. In fact, that's the only one of my 16 years that I've not got an All-Star jersey and go, Anyway, we'll move on. Okay. But what did you make of that? So we had 24 players divided into 2 teams. One representing on Team King, the other on Team Kloss. Yeah. What did you guys make of that being part? I thought it could have been an actual game. I mean, this was on the... Right, this was on the Thursday. Yeah. So all that happened on the Thursday was just that and the draft. Oh yeah, because I did an all-star draft this year. Yeah, that's all that happened on the Thursday. Then they had the day off, and then what did they not the day off? Was it Thursday, Friday, Saturday? I can't remember. I think it might have been the day off. I don't know. It's been too far now. So for this year's all-star weekend, I just was not feeling it, so I just kind of zoned out. Don't ask me to recall. But no, I felt this should have been a full game, like a full all-star game. Now, I don't know if the PHL will ever get to that point. Too many championship breaks. Yeah. Too many of those. Yeah. You could probably do outdoor game, international games, but probably not an all-star game. No. Probably not. I felt it could have been a proper all-star game. What else was there to do on that night at Scotiabank? No, nothing. Apart from the mascot showdown. But I just thought this could be like a full proper game, because it was actually quite a good game. It was going very high scoring. And I felt, if this had been like a full-blown game, how do you think it would have gone down? I don't know, really. Because would you have done a PWHL All-Star with the PWHL rules? So jailbreak, no skate. I would. Yeah, I would. Okay. I would do that. I would say that. I would. Okay. I thought it was a nice idea, but I think it's a bit like a proper full-blown game. I'm just saying. Okay. We'll to see if not next year, because there's no All-Star game 2025. But the year after it'll be coming back. It'll be going to the Islanders. We'll have to see if they will be involved in that at all or not, given how New York City now does not have a PWHL team. And also, the Sirens have no fans. Oh, she went there! She went there! And I'm gonna keep saying it until it's proven false. She went there! Well, Sirens fans, somebody was going to do it. It was going to be her or me. You beat me to it. You beat me to it. Somebody was going to do it. Somebody was going to do it. And it is making my lady's blood boil. Oh, yeah. In fact, the other day, lady asked me what the attendance was for our recent game at the Sirens. And it was roughly 2,000. That was a cracker! I know. We won the shootout! I know. Last game before Christmas! Yeah. And only 2,000 went to Dental Centre. I know. What excuse have they got this year? You've got Sarah fucking Fee! She's lighting up the league! She's probably, at the time of recording this, leading the league in points. Yeah? What's your excuse, Sirens? What's your excuse? Probably because people don't know if it's in New Jersey. Because if it is, that's a stupid reason. Move on. He did want his team to be New Jersey. He should have packed out New York last year. But oh no! He didn't want to. Now, it is shocking though, with New York, how the rest of the league is managed to get at least 4,000 a night. And New York can't even get at least 2,000 a night. Would you say 4,000 would be the benchmark? I think for attendance, I think 4,000 is what you should be getting in minimum. Because every rink in the PWHL being used to PWHL can get at least 4,000. So that should be your benchmark. If you are bringing less than that night out, then we've got a problem. So, I'm with Lady. Keep going on it. We're going to keep going. We'll keep harking to it. It's true. But yeah. So, right, we'll move on now. We'll move on to the only weekend on the show that we're going to mention. That is March 16 to 17, of course, the Takeover weekend. Hang on a sec, I can hear. Is it coming? Oh, you know you got to sneeze when it doesn't come. It comes out to come. Sorry, I can feel a sneeze coming. It's not coming. It's horrible. It's like, you know, it's good. There you go. Sorry, I knew it was coming. Right. The Takeover Tour weekend, March 16, 17. That's your reactions to be excluded. Okay. Now, I know we keep banging on about the fact that we're not happy that our Frost got excluded from this. And yes, we have been made over the fact that we've got 3 stops for the Takeover Tour this upcoming season. That we're currently in. But the point still stands. Is this could have been a lot more exciting than it ended up being. Because you ended up... Right. If the league had chosen a weekend where not every 6 teams were in play, fine. Yeah, fine. It would not have been a problem. Fine. Because obviously you have to go with the logistics and the availability for the venues, because these were 2 AHL venues that could be used. Fine. No problem. But the fact they chose a weekend where all 6 teams were in play, right, and you had only 4 of them go and do actual neutral site games, it's a bit of a slap in the face to us. Yeah. Well, because they passed off Excel being as part of it, but as you kept saying, and you still have said, on the record, it's not a takeover game if that is our primary venue. Exactly. We are the only PHL team that's able to fill an AHL ring for a decent mark, night in, night out. We are hitting the benchmark every game at XL. So, yeah, but that's our primary venue. Yeah. And that's the point George was making. It's the primary venue of the team, it's not a takeover game. But they were advertised as, we're having games in AHL rings. I'm like, Wardo is actually part of your family! Yeah. Yeah, it's insulting. Yeah. Insulting. Plus, Pittsburgh did not show up. Yeah. And that's what's even more insulting. Well, and that's why Pittsburgh, if you're watching from Pittsburgh or listening to Pittsburgh and you're sulking, well, you should have turned out March 17! Nah, we watched both games. Nah, we watched both takeover. The takeover tour was the takeover weekend games were the only games outside of our frost that we watched last season. With the PWHL, we're only focusing on our team. Yeah. We're only focusing on our team when it comes to watching games. If during the off season we want to watch the other teams, we can do. Yeah, we could watch those highlights back. Yeah, especially now they've got brands, we might do good for some of this year. We'll see. Yeah, Detroit, they knocked out of the park. They showed up, and the fact that Detroit is back on the takeover tour this year, I think gives me a pretty good, strong indication the PHL wants to put a team in Detroit. I don't agree with you. I think I would, I do think Detroit is going to be one of those 2 expansion teams in the near future. Because why would you go back to Detroit? Yeah. It could have easily have been 9 sites that have not had a game. Easily could have been done. But the fact you've got a returnee on that list, I think is indication that Detroit is going to get one. I really don't have to push for Seattle. Will they have to push even harder for Seattle? And at the time of recording this, a lot of the takeover tour sites are selling out. Yeah. Seattle's doing well, Colorado's doing well. All the Canadian ones are pretty much sold out. The only one not doing well so far is, and no surprises with this, is Buffalo. That's not selling well. No, Buffalo's not doing well. So, surprise, surprise. Mm-hmm. And yet, Buffalo could be considered as one of the potential markets for an inaugural team. Could have been, yeah. But surprise, surprise. Your carrier not getting involved. Surprise, surprise. Yeah. But the Detroit one was a cracking game between Ottawa and Boston, and it went to the shootout, so Detroit got their money's worth. Pittsburgh I did not just felt let down by the lack of attendance. I was let down by the game itself, because Toronto Montreal, it's the standard rivalry in any sport. It kind of felt like a snooze fest. Yeah. Well, Toronto dominated Montreal that last season. Yeah. In fact, Montreal only just very recently got their first ever franchise win over Toronto. So, yeah. So in terms of that rivalry, the Toronto has been dominating Montreal. But yeah, but the takeover thought it was a great idea, and the neutral site games have been one of the main things that have stood out that makes the PHL differ, along obviously with the jailbreak rule, the goal plan, the skate rule, which has just been introduced this year, which still got case out. We will not go. No, we will not go. But the neutral site games have been a big thing for the PHL, and I think it helps to make the PHL stand out. It also helps to grow in the game, because not every city in the whole of the country can get a team. So, if you go down into sites that could potentially be markets, you get to grow that game even more. It gives more people the opportunity to then get out and see a game. Yeah. So, yeah. And it's great that this not only is its takeover back this year, but the fact they've expanded it. They've gone for 9 cities, and it's just brilliant. Yeah. So, yeah, and they're selling out well. Yes, well, acceptable. Buffalo. You're so lucky Cerise put us downstairs. It was not like you slacking off New York. Well, New York should have come out 15. Yeah. The Sirens right now could be on track to make the playoffs. What are they going to do then? Play World Cup games in an empty barn? That's embarrassing. That's okay. We're way off there, love. I know, it's like, stop trying to rush this season through it. What this tournament is! Dear, I'm just saying. I know, but we don't want to think about May yet. The season's shortening up to it already is. Right. Well, speaking of New York, we go now to April the 30th, and this was when New York clinched the goal plan following their 4-3 win against Ottawa in what was a neutral site game at what's now their primary venue. Why are you humming it? It's a Small World theme tune! So New York won the inaugural goal plan on April 30th, which meant they got the rights to the first overall draft pick at the 2024 draft in Minnesota, which of course was, as Lady mentioned earlier, Sarah Fillier. Who literally, oh my gosh, she's lighting the league up by fire. This is, I think this is another difference between PWHL and AHL. In the AHL, the first overall draft picks don't really make that big of an impact on their team straight away. No. Whereas the PWHL, we've had both Taya Heisey last year and Sarah Fillier this year literally enter the league and they just blow it apart. Now, what does that say about prospects? The girls are better than the boys. Oh, now she's going to start the tribal wars. It's not really because she's right. Let's face it, the women so far are better than men. She's not wrong there. Women are better than men at sports. Let's just deal with it, boys. Oh, God. I was trying to think of a dig to make a club of dart there, but can't, so we'll move quickly on to that point. Now, when the goalpost announced, I was like, yes! Because this eliminates one of the things I hate the most right now about the AHL, and that is tanking. And yes, I said tanking! Yeah, I know exactly what you're thinking, you dirty bastards. I hate tanking. Alright, I don't like how fans across various LTs are like on tank watches. I said tank! You know, because they think we'll give them a better shot when it gets to the draft lottery. Well, no. That doesn't work. That does not work like that. Okay. Right, and so the PHL brought the goal plan in because they want the league to still be competitive, even if you are no longer actually got something meaningful to play for. Yeah. The problem was about the goal plan is, and I think this is because right now we've only got the inaugural 6. The problem with the goal plan is nobody foresaw the playoff races going right down to the wire. Well, that's our fault. Is it? Well, yeah. Because going into the International Championship break, you pretty much could have locked up the first 3 spots. Oz, Toronto, Montreal. It was going to be a dogfight between Boston and Ottawa for that last spot. New York pretty much could not make up the ground. So you look at Ottawa, Boston that last spot. We come back championship break, we somehow falter, yet giving both Boston and Ottawa the chance to get back in. And it meant the goal plan was a bit of a because New York had enough points and leverage to win it. Yeah, but it's a good idea though. It's a really good idea. And I think this is going to be what expansion will help with. Yeah. When you go to 8, that's half the field that will not get the playoffs. So the chances are it'll be easier to do the goal plan because 4 teams will just have to buy it out. Right now there's only 6. It's not easy to execute that. Especially the playoff races go right down to the wire. Yeah. If they do that again, well then, it's great for the league, but not great for the goal plan. You can't want people to fight for that. It's a good idea. Yeah. It's just right now because there's only 6 teams. It's not really work to work to its full potential. When you add more in, then it will work. Yeah. So that means to keep. So the first season with 8 teams, that means to keep an eye on is how the goal plan will be effective or not. And then take from there. Yeah, take from there. Yeah. And the thing you said about New York last year, they weren't bad. It's just they ended up going through a rough patch, which they just could not find a way to get out of. Because New York started off strong, and then the tide turned, and they started to falter, and they just kept losing after regulation after regulation after regulation. They had the most regulation losses last year, and that did not help them in the end. And then that's the by the time we got to the championship break, it was pretty much clear that they were not going to get a playoff spot. And yeah, because obviously Boston was still having something to fight for. Then you know, it just made the goal plan didn't it? And we had ample opportunities to eliminate that problem. Well, the Boston one, we should have got the points. Yeah. 2 seconds. That's what you had to hold out for. 2 seconds. And it would have been in. Yeah, in. But Toronto probably would have still chosen us. Yeah. They would have chosen us. I don't think. Honestly, even if we had got 3rd place, I still think Toronto would have chosen us. Yeah. They still would have. Yeah. Still would have. The only way we were going to get protected was to go for 2nd place, which is what me and Lady were thinking going into the championship break to try and aim for it at the bare minimum. But no. Yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping we get more teams out into the league. That's where the goal plan will be more effective, but we'll have to see how that goes. Yeah. So, great for New York. And it really is turning the team on the fact they've now got so fair. They drafted really well New York back in June. They really did. They had a good draft. And they're reaping results. It's just they're not reaping attendance. I want to do a New York attendance gaff. She keeps getting them in before me. It's not on. Right, we are now about to move on to playoffs. And May the 8th, which of course was the first ever World Cup playoff game to take place in the PWHL. Which saw the league champions Toronto hosting our Minnesota at the Coca-Cola Coliseum with a venue change. Well, I'm not surprised the venue change happened. Because I think all last season we were saying, how is Toronto able to play in that arena? I mean, it was a lovely ring map, the match in the Atlantic Centre, but in terms of attendance, they need a bigger place. Yeah. Really did. Because Toronto, I don't know what they've done, but keep doing it. Because these are so like hot cakes. Yeah. In Toronto, and I think if we do that inaugural 6 trip, it's going to be hard for us to get a ticket. Yep. It's like, well, because they'll just go like hot cakes. Yeah. Mine has been stands, in the standing area. Wouldn't be a problem, but you think with America being, please go seats, yeah. No, so it made sense to move to Coca-Cola Coliseum, and the answer was electric, yeah. And it is now the primary venue. Was the right move, yeah. Right move. You had to. I think with Toronto, they would just say out left, right, and centre. You had to move them to a more better arena, and I think the Coca-Cola Coliseum is a lot better. Yeah, it's worked off the Marlies, so yeah. Right. Yeah. So they picked us, which I was not surprised, yeah, because it was pretty obvious they were going to pick us based on that regular season performance. It's interesting with Toronto being in that position. They had a good regular season performance against every one of the World Cup teams. but the one they had convincingly was against us. Yeah. I think we won the first match, and then after that it all went downhill. Yeah. Yeah, but oh my, was that a stressful night. I don't think we played badly in game 1. I just... Yeah. Well, in fairness, we only had, 24 hours to head down to Toronto? Because obviously, because the fact we had to wait until the last day to know if we got in or not, it meant that we couldn't get to where we were going straight away. Yeah, so maybe that could have been an impact. I don't know, anyway. No. Okay, so there was on May 14, and Boston became the first team to advance to the finals following their sweep over Montreal. I think this is more shocking than the reverse sweep. Do you think? Because I think you go to that World Cup playoffs, you think surely it's going to be Toronto-Montreal because Boston had to fight to get in. We pretty much almost blew it. Yeah. I would not blame them if they thought it was going to be Toronto-Montreal would bow out in the finals. Yeah. So, and the fact is, Montreal got swept. They did not win a single playoff game. So half the league has yet to win a playoff game. Only 2 of them have not been in the playoffs. At this rate, it could be just 1. Oh, and then there was 1. If we were Ottawa fans right now, would we be happy for New York or not? Oh no. No. Because you don't want to be that one and only team that's never gone to the playoffs. No, you don't. And especially with Ottawa, they always have up and down moments. They haven't got consistency in Ottawa right now. That's how I feel about the Charge. But I think if we were Ottawa fans, we'd be like, what are you doing? How are you not competing for a playoff spot? Because you don't want to be that only team that's not gone to the playoffs. And I think it could happen. But we'll see. We'll see. Because we know from experience, you could be in first place one day, and then by the end of the following week, you could be out of the playoff picture. So, and I think we've got that experience we can part on to fans. Yep. But do you guys feel the same as me, or you? Well, let's face it, in the case of playoffs, the Montreal's firepower didn't come to life. No. And Boston turned the screw on. You knew it was going to be a tough test given how they got in net. Yeah. So, and all 3 games went to overtime. Yeah, all 3. All 3. Yeah. So, but it was interesting how Montreal goes from being competitive in regular season and in the playoffs they just kind of not able to bring it. It was interesting. I think that was a shock. Because I'm going into playoffs, I was like thinking, oh, thank God we're not going to play Montreal. Because I was thinking, if we had to play Montreal, it would have been a heart attacker. Yeah, because a lot of the Montreal games were heart attackers last season. They really were. Plus, we have yet to win in Montreal. That's still yet to happen. I don't think I'm proud to have coped if it had been Montreal. But Toronto was not going to make it easy, and the other boys they don't make it easy. But hey, on May the 19th. No, not 19th. 17th, sorry. Sorry, a little fuzzy spell there. May the 17th, the reverse sweep is completed. We take Minnesota, we take game 5, and we complete the reverse sweep, and we advance to the playoffs. And we are so looking forward to the first game between the Seps and Frost in Minnesota. We didn't do it for when we had the first game to us. We thought, best not. No, best not. Best not. Save it for art before they come to us. Yeah. That's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. But that was just an incredible game. I mean, to complete that. And of course, you two were in front of the attention because you've not been involved with best of 5s, whereas I have. For me, Going to World Cup playoffs, I had experience of these best of 5 series with the AHL. Because the only round of the World Cup playoffs is best of 5s. So I knew that it was possible to come back from what was a 2-0 deficit, and we did. And for me, the best bit was Taylor Hyde into at the end. Now I don't know if that is available anywhere online, but that was just that was so moving. It was just brilliant. That was the best bit for me about that game. Well, she came alive in that. She did. She was the key factor in that game. But that is what she did at the end of her game. That was really good. And I think there's a lesson there to take away is pick your poison but carefully. Because Toronto, at the end of the day, have only got themselves to blame for not winning that. Because they could have, and they're probably thinking, we should have, but you picked us, you thought we were the easier opponent, and no, you're pretty wrong. No. We found a way to turn it on, and we went all the way to the finals. And we only got 40 hours respite. Well, actually, it was 40 hours between those 2 games, but over us, it was like a 24-hour respite, because Drew was into the pick of the World Cup finals. And I did not like that. No. Did not like that. No. Too short. It was too short a turnaround. No. I did not like that. I did not like the fact. Did it get announced during Game 4 or Game 5 of our series? I can't remember. I think it was, but I can't remember. Nah. Right. So it's like, seriously, we only get what, 24 hours to rest? Now that's it, we're in a game. No wonder we dropped Game 1. You think that was why? Yeah? No wonder we dropped Game 1. Yeah, but if we had won Game 1, would the rest of the series still pass it in? Oh no. Well no, because if we had won Game 1, and the rest of the series did, then we would have swept Boston. And the dreaded Game 4 would never have happened. No, but I think that's the reason why we lost. Because Game 1 was actually really competitive. It was. It was only a 1-goal difference. Yeah. Both teams in that first game were really competitive. Yeah. So May 19 was Game 1 World Cup Finals in Boston at Stronger Centre. And that was actually, as we put aside, that was a really strong game. And you just felt this is going to go down to the wire. I think for me, after that first game, in my head, I was thinking, I wouldn't be surprised if this goes all the way to 5. I would not be surprised, because you've got 2 strongly competitive teams here. And the regular season match was quite close, obviously. It was. Yeah. I think our regular season against Boston Logic was a bit more competitive than probably before was going to be. Yeah. But it was quite a good regular season finish last year. Yeah. And it's been more exciting this year, because obviously every bleak game is going to be like, rematch. Yeah. Which we're currently 1-0 up on that. Oh! She put it in there! Only just. That was a close ball, that one. Yeah. Yeah. So, in my head I thought, I was not supposed to go all the way to 5, but after Game 3, I kind of thought, maybe it won't. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But I think we all like to forget Game 4. Yeah. So honestly, I'm not surprised we're always to 5. It's frustrating for us, because obviously we thought we could have taken a Game 4, and we will not forget how Game 4 went down. I bet you in 20, 25 years' time we'll still remembering that. We're literally right now on the floor in jubilation. And oh dear, yeah. That's why I don't like playoff games being decided over time, because you can never be certain it is definitely. Yeah. I always prefer playoff games to get ended in regulation, because you know for certain the buzzer goes, you can then celebrate. Whereas in other time, it's always like, ooh, are we certain that was definitely legal? Yeah, it's not the case. Yeah, not the case. Anywho. On May 29th. Yeah, May 29. Our minister, it makes history, is crowned the inaugural World Cup champions, and the jubilation and the relief. Got it. What's this? Yeah. There's so much that I think has been left unsaid from us about that. I know we did a live show on it. We did. But I feel there's still so much more we could have said about that. Mm-hmm. Because you go back to a month prior, so end of April, we nearly blew it. Mm-hmm. We very much nearly blew it. Yeah. And then, despite having been competitive in the first 3 quarters, and then that last 5, we almost blew it. Mm-hmm. And I think if Oslo had not played Toronto, wow, you would have known. Yeah. If Oslo had easy at last their Poland, we would have been out. And probably spend the whole summer effing and jeffing our heads off. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the fact that we were able to win it all was just... I think that was our worst Waterworks moment. Because the weird Waterworks the entire month of May, we were in tears when we got into the pass, we were in tears when we won Game 5 of the semi-finals. But I had the bonus tears of the fact that it was reminding me of what happened 8 years ago with Sarze. That's I didn't get to mention. Because for me, when we go back to Game 5 of the semi-finals, when we completed a burst sweep, it just reminded me of all those emotions I felt 8 years ago when my Sharks booked their tickets to the Stanley Cup Finals for the first time. Because, like, okay, there's a chance we might not win it all, but at least we're going to go in and we're going to have a chance to win it, which is what you don't get often. And then, obviously, we were in complete floods of tears when we just won it. Because it was just like, oh my god. And the fact that we were the first one to do it, because you're always gonna, whether you have been involved with this league or since day one, you're just new, you're always gonna hear me refer the Frost as inaugural World Cup champions. Now that's not a bragging right. I don't do bragging. That's not a bragging right. It's more of a commemoration. It's like a way to remind people that we were the first. We were the first. Before us, no, this was not possible. And what we did in May is we showed the world this is doable. This is achievable. So, whenever the other teams have their moment of glory, I'll be like, good for you, but we were first. Because I'm never going to forget that moment. And, like they said, there's probably more we could say about it, but I think for now we've pretty much said all we can say about that. And because we have done a live show on that, not long after we won it, our thoughts on that, so you go check that out. I'll check if it's available on the podcast feed. I'll check that out, and if it's not, I'll make it available as soon as possible. Any more thoughts about that, or was it just completely emotional? How were you so calm and collected on that day? You did not? No. You didn't show it. Well, because I think you were more... Well, because you, of the three of us, you were just like, we're going to do it. Yeah, we're going to do it. So we were like, right, okay, well, we better keep our thoughts to ourselves. Yeah, because we just felt like, oh my god. Because Game 5... Well, the do or die games in the playoff series is always the stressful ones. And I should know I've been in a handful of those. It's always stressful. So... we were just like, right, well, he's being upbeat, let him upbeat for all three of us, we'll just stay quiet and just wait for game time. How conservative were we in that game? Well, the thing is, though, because how stressful the situation was, we couldn't really allow ourselves to celebrate every goal. So I always remember when the first goal came, I was like, okay, great, but it's only one goal. They could easily tie it up quickly. Then... when it got to 2-0, this was kind of in the third period, it got to it was like, yes, great, but that's the worst thing in hockey. It could go. It was only when our captain, Ken Schofield, got the empty netter, that was when we let the roof off. That was when we let the roof off, because that was the moment we go, this is it, we've got it. Get the soda bottles out. Bill Order, Coca-Cola on standby. It's about to get. I am mucking and mop. It's about to get a messy floor. We did not do that. We did not go all that, because that's a waste of Coca-Cola. There's no alcohol in this house either, so we couldn't have done that either. No, I don't drink. I'm proudly so. There you go. But yeah, no, but yeah, I can't believe how we were able to be as effective as we normally were. But that's because of how nerve-wracking it was and how easy Foster could have got back in it. Yeah. So yeah, but that's a day that's going to be etched in our memories for a very, very long time. And there's a lot more we could say about that, but I think we covered most of it now. And of course, there's a live show on that, so you can go check that out. Right. A couple of things to go before we can finish off. So we go to September the 9th, a huge moment in the history of the league, because this was the day we'd all been waiting for since the summer 2023. Names, logos, and oh my. Yeah. Although we should mention a few days before that, we got the warning sign. Yes, because on social media they were all putting out these teasers, and they were like, "What are all these?" Yeah, and I remember looking at all the taglines. I was like, and then it was like, "It's team names." You clocked on straight away. Well, I saw they put a date on it, and I thought, "Oh, okay, it's team names. It's happening. It's happening." Yeah. I was like, yeah. So very well done to try and get us all hyped up. Yeah. The league's very good at getting people hyped up for a bigger news announcement. You'll see with the jerseys as well. But yeah, so that is amazing. How do we love that? Well, the relief when the names were revealed was just because obviously those stupid names that got released after the 2023 draft. Whoever did that should be shot. Oh! Lady! No, she's right. No, that lady, the person who put those false names out should be shot, hanged, and then shot again. And then, just for good measure, beheaded. Where does he get this morbid behaviour from? Look, this bit. They gave us a whole year complete paranoia. No, because those 6 names were crap. Yeah. How the hell are we supposed to roll superior on the tongue? It didn't. And we did try it out a couple of times. It doesn't work. No, it does not work. I don't care if it's a fucking lake. It's not ideal for a team name. So when these team names logos dropped, and all 6 of them were absolutely gorgeous, we were completely gobsmacked. And they were on breakfast telly. I know. The day before the announcement, they announced that it was going to be on breakfast telly in Canada and the US. You can go and check those clips out. They're on Good Morning America. Good Morning America. That's prime time. That's prime time. You don't get that here in Blighty. You don't get sports teams popping up on Good Morning Britain with whoever it is now with Susanna Reid. So obviously Ben Shepherd's now with This Morning and Patrick Chilty's bitch. Sorry, that was me. No, Cat Lee's lovely. She's lovely, but that was just me quoting something off Catherine Tate's show. She's lovely, Cat Dealey. She was lovely on Fame Academy. How do you still remember that? I remember the celebrity badge we can't relieve. That's all. You don't get him blind. You don't get sports teams popping up on the daytime shows and doing big announcements like that. So that was a big coup there. No. And we had a great show. Still the longest show we've done on Purple Rain, both regular season and bonus episode combined. Still one of the longest shows. But for good reason. Yeah, for good reason. Yeah. But there's so much we had to say about all of them, and we just could not. I don't think we couldn't pick our jaws off of the floor. They were that good. Yeah. And the fact there was not a single logo and anything that was rubbish. It was like, wow. And take notes, Utah. Take notes. That's how you do it, Utah. That is how you do it. That is how you do it, Utah. Take notes. Oh my god, they're not going to take notes. They're going to give us some crap next year. They're going to give us some crap. But yeah, it was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And you top that 2 months later, pretty much exactly 2 months later, on November the 7th, when you got the jersey bill. Now I know YouTube mentioned probably not the best of times. Not probably the best of timings to release this big news 48 hours after the election, which as we all know did not go our way. But then again, that's our own party's fault. I warned them. I said what I said. They didn't listen. And all of what's happened now. It's the Republican trifecta for the next 4 years. Oh, God. Anyway, we will not go there. We will not go there. But we say all the James Bill show. Timing not great. Nah. Did they always plan that though? That's what I want to know. Did they already plan that? Or was it just by pure coincidence it could be released? How was it early birthday present for you? Oh yeah, because it was billed the day before my birthday, and we did the whole show on that day. So on the day of the jersey reveal, we pretty much did the whole shebang. We did all 6 revealed in one go. That was an exhausting day. Yeah, so it was the day before my birthday that these jerseys got revealed. Yeah, and all 6 were lovely. Brilliant. How do you feel now seeing them on the ice? Gorgeous. I'm gonna agree. Yeah. Yeah. Gorgeous. Yeah. Or except for, we can say it now because obviously we have now seen a game in Montreal. Those cream jerseys are ugly. Yeah. Piss jerseys. What did you? We've not seen their home ones yet, Montreal. We've not seen their home ones yet. It might be a while before we get to see Montreal's home jerseys. But the road ones. Oh my! Is that worse than last season? I'm trying to think. Is that worse than last season? Maybe. I don't think it was that obvious last season, but oh my, it's ugly. God, it is. Does it remind you of Costa Creams? It does me. Costa Cream jerseys. Oh my God. That was lovely. And the final thing, this stumped Pluto the other day, because when we had our game against Montreal, most recently, one of the great about the PWHL, as James mentioned, they do like to go around the league, and they recapped one of our Bostons at Coca-Cola, and that was the 100th game played in the league history. And you could not believe that, Pluto. I was like, what? But seriously? They just got started. I know. They've only just begun. 100 already. Yeah. And you were trying to do the maths in your head, because obviously, of course, every team only had 24 games last year. And you add 3 playoff series, so that would have been 13. 2 4, 5 games in the sweep. That's 13. 13 third games played. Crazy. What I thought was funny was how me and George already heard about this, because me and George do, when the Frost aren't in play, me and George do keep an eye on what's going on around the rest of the league. We do. Yeah. Whereas Pluto here is just like, right, it's Frost game day. Great, let's get rid of all the freeze. So you can tell who was roped in and who was not roped in. Yeah, but me and George can now go, and I do tell you these things! Yeah. I do tell you these things! It's like, why are you then acting so shocked? Because I do then tell you them! And she did! She did tell you about it! Because I saw it on the social, like, what? Seriously? 100 already? crazy. That's crazy. Crazy! That is balmy. That's balmy. It's like, wow, they've flown. I was like, oh, I didn't run it. It's like, really? What? Wow. I mean, 100 games played. 100. Yeah. Does it feel kind of historic that the first game and the 100th game were both played in Toronto? Different venue. Yeah, well. But that's crazy. Yeah. But your reaction during that recap, and Toronto did win that game, they won it 4-2 of the fleet. Your reaction during that recap was like, what? Seriously? But they just got started! How 100 games already? Yeah, couldn't believe it. Yeah, couldn't believe it. But you did. But unfortunately, that did just show how you were roped in. Yeah, well. Give him 5 years, he'll definitely be fully on board. And it'll be like us, and keeping like everything on when it's not cross game day. Right now, you're just focusing on the team. You're weird. Yeah. Whereas me and George keep an eye on around the league. Yeah, we do. We do. Whenever we don't have a game for the Frost, me and Lady, we always are keeping an eye on what's going on around the league. Because you never know what might go down, and we also want to keep an eye on what's going on with the other teams' results as well. Because obviously, as you very well know, as you've been since day one, that the league, everything changes very quickly. Yeah. So, yeah. So you've got to constantly know what's going on elsewhere around the league. Otherwise, you're going to be like, ooh, really? What is that coming? Yeah. But she always does inform you. Yeah, she always informs you of other stuff going on. So I don't know why you act shocked by it, because I did remember Leggy did tell you about that. She was like, No. Okay, so that's all I've got. Is there any other key moments that I've missed you want to mention? For the couple? I think you've done the best you can there. Well, I say we did the best there because I have. Yeah, you helped me out with this. Last night you helped me out. We got this all compiled together and easily done. Is that everything? I think that's the best we can cover. Now, like you said at the start of the show, there's plenty of things that we will have missed, but we can't cover everything. It's just not doable. No. We've got to do what we can. That was the best we've done there. That was the best we've done. So, I think all that's left to do is probably raise a glass. Yeah. How much have I got left in mine? Don't do cheersies. But, that should be enough for a sip. There you go. Because it's the end of the show, I think it's all that's left to do is raise a glass to the inaugural year of the Professinal Womens Hockey League.